This is the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Good evening, all. I'm Shasheena Rolle. As always, it is so great to have you with us. Topping news, the campaign to drive down the cost of electricity continues. Tonight, a prominent business owner has joined the cause. Meantime, organizers are on a mission to secure thousands of signatures and are calling on Bahamians to unite in this fight.
We got to fight to change these rates. This is ridiculous. Power is a basic need.
And this is why business owner Ken Simonet says Grand Bahamians must come together and fight for the cost of electricity to go down.
For us as business people, our rates have now become as high as our mortgages. And it wasn't always like this. Years ago, when it was owned by Freeport Power, you were able to survive in this economy. But now it makes it hard for us because our bills are extremely high.
Simonet has now joined a campaign with the Coalition for Concerned Citizens to organize a petition drive and a rally for next Thursday, coordinated by Pastor Eddie Victor.
During our rally, we will share the strategies of our campaign, the reason why our electricity rates are so high, and the provisions that exist in the Hawksbill Creek Agreement as it pertains to providing power on the island. It is important to mention that one of our campaign strategies will include several boycotts of the Grand Bahama Power Company. Also, we will be conducting a petition drive during this event, getting people in attendance to sign the petition demanding for the Grand Bahama Power Company to lower the cost of electricity rates.
Victor says the boycotts will include blackouts, but he says the only way they can be successful is with the help of business owners and residents.
Especially those businesses that can afford to, who have generators, run your generators for that day. And we will talk about how to do that, because you want to carefully read your meters and when you shut off and read them when you cut it back on, so that you will be able to accurately record what your reading is on your meters.
Too many of our brothers and sisters are in darkness. Come out and fight for your brothers and sisters. Come out and fight for people in business. Come out and fight for yourselves. Come out and stand with us.
When it comes to the petition drive, they say so far they have received thousands of signatures and hope to meet their target in the coming weeks. The Lower the Cost of Power rally is scheduled for February 6th. Well, that rally will begin at 5 p.m. on the grounds of KFC on the corner of Piners Way in the mall on February 6th. Officials of the Grand Bahama Power Company say they will issue an official statement on the coalition statements and plan to rally against the power company sometime tomorrow. Two males sustaining injuries following an altercation involving a group of students of the St. George's High School. Police are reporting that around 3:40 Monday afternoon, they were made aware of an altercation between a group of males and students of St. George's High on Sunset Highway and East Beach Drive. Now, police say a 17-year-old male was stabbed during the altercation. He left the scene in a private vehicle where he was being treated for stab wounds to the upper back. He is currently listed in serious condition. Now, another 17-year-old male of St. George's was also seen at the hospital with stab wounds to the left side of his face. Police say his injuries are not serious, and they are currently questioning several males in connection with this matter. Area Vice President Quintin LaRota says expatriate educators have expressed concern about being harassed and scrutinized beyond regular passengers when entering this country from other destinations because of the lack of proper employment documentation. He believes that a worker identification card could solve this issue, as he told ZNS News how one of his members traveled to India and on her return was only allowed out of the United States because she had a driver's license from the Bahamas.
They have this letter from immigration saying that they're employed in the Bahamas, a letter which any 5-year-old or 10-year-old can make up on a computer. That, in the 21st century, does not speak well of what we're saying to the international community of our employees. So I think a worker's ID card is the way to go. It's the proper way to have our teachers, when they travel, to meet the expectations of the international community, especially with the U.S.
Now, LaRota believes the ministry should move quickly to address this issue.
That would have wanted all the background information, and that would satisfy the U.S. and the international community and meet some of the needs of what we're trying to achieve here in the Bahamas. And so I think that is the better way to go, and also that we keep the cost of these things relatively low, because we don't want to be cost prohibitive.
Now, the Director of Education has recently stated that the ministry is aware of the concern and is attempting to fix this issue. In other news, the National Emergency Management Agency, or NEMA, is preparing to officially open its new warehouse in the Hawksville community next month. The $60,000 disaster relief warehouse, constructed with the assistance of the U.S. government, was handed over to NEMA last month. The new facility will serve as the distribution center for the Northern Bahamas in the event of a disaster. Senior Island Administrator Alexander Williams says NEMA is also focused on training.
We're going to be doing a number of training courses this year, including shelter management again, incident command center operations, and most importantly, we are hoping that we can do a oil spill workshop for Grand Bahama.
Now, Williams says as Grand Bahama has faced issues in this area recently, he believes preparedness is key.
We haven't had one of those for quite some time. And of course, we are subject to this kind of disaster in this area. And we feel as though it is overdue. And I have just completed an exercise of selecting an oil spill disaster committee for the island of Grand Bahama from a cross-section of the stakeholders on the island that deals directly and indirectly with oils and the transshipment of oil and that kind of thing. And we are getting up and ready for that workshop that we think is very necessary and past overdue.
Well, NEMA's disaster relief warehouse is expected to be opened on February 13th. Stay with us. The Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, continues right after this.